Is this thing on? I think it is on. Wow, welcome back, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys having a fantastic weekend. It is Monday, September 12th, and we just released another hotfix for Train Life. Indeed, every week we're going to be releasing hotfixes post-launch, and I wanted to talk about that. And I will talk about that in a little bit, but for now, I want you guys to tell me what's up with you, how you guys are doing, how you guys enjoying the game. As some of you may or may not know, I was on holiday for the past week, so like I wasn't really around. I was in the mountains. We rented a cabin, and it was majestic, the most majestic thing that I've almost ever experienced. So it was pretty cool. Hello, if the Frummy, I'm good. The game is awesome. Hell yeah, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear. Guys, so tell me about your experiences so far with the full launch of Train Life. Now, we're not gonna beat around the bush here, right? I mean, it wasn't the best launch. We admit to that. We know that. We know there's like bugs. There's some optimizations, there's some good things and some bad things, and everything in between. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about like the communication plan that we're having post-launch, right? So just like the communication plan, like how we're gonna be doing things up until a certain point. Just so we could keep sort of like that transparency between us, you guys, and everyone else. So I did talk about this in one of our dev blogs previously about our communication plan with you guys. So if you've missed it, maybe you want to read up about it on your free time. Then you can feel free. Here, I'll send you guys the link. There's also a pretty cool blog that our lead game and creative designer Joey, posted. So if you have missed that, you can also find it. So this one, the one that I linked right now, is basically some of the things that we mentioned moving forward with the launch of Train Life. And I wanted to sort of follow up on a few things that Joey mentioned in his developer blog that you could find, ladies and gents, here. There you go. Hello, Russ Kid. How you doing, my friend? So feel free to check out those links. So there was a lot of concern from the community when the game launched about Train Life not being a hardcore simulator, a hardcore train sim. And it might have been maybe sort of maybe a lack of communication, or like some miscommunication from our side regarding the general direction that we're going with Train Life. So I would like to start off by saying that by no means is Train Life a hardcore simulator. By no means. Train Life is definitely not a hardcore simulator. And on the other hand, we're trying to find that like sort of happy medium between being a casual simulator and a mid-core simulator. So we want to offer players something, a little bit of challenge for people that are looking for it, and a little bit of casual play for people that are simply just trying to relax, right? And if we sort of made that unclear at the beginning, at the launch of early access, or throughout the entirety of early access, then that's our bad. That's our bad, and we'll do better next time. That's for sure. We'll do better next time. So Joey goes into some great detail about moving forward here in the dev blog, and there's a lot of people saying like, oh man, they're just gonna release the game and just leave it. No, that's definitely not the case. Our priorities right now, at this moment and moving forward, let's say for the next month or two, okay, our priorities right now are just to basically fix bugs, fix glitches, optimize the game more, right? And polishing, okay, and including improving the quality of Train Life's gameplay loop, okay. And you know, we understand that, you know, waiting for a hotfix to come around could be a little frustrating. You know, I'm a gamer too, so it definitely can be frustrating waiting around for a hotfix, and we understand that. And that's why I'm going to segue into our little communication plan here that some of you may or may not be aware of. But basically, what we're going to do is on a weekly basis, we're going to be updating you guys with information, with hot fixes, with updates that are coming to the game, with changes that are coming, just so everyone can be in the loop, right? So we don't sort of like fall off the face of the earth, right? Because we want you guys to know that we are here. We are listening to your feedback always. Our developers, I know that you know, not all of our developers, not all of our programmers reply to the Discord messages. That's my job technically, right? But they see it. They see what you guys are writing on the Steam forums, on Discord, on social media. You know, I'm basically your voice, right? I'm the voice of the community. So I relay that information back and forth. And then we work towards a solution. Towards solutions. That's how it works, right? So we're gonna continue to do that. We're gonna continue to update the game, hotfix it where it's needed. If you guys haven't already noticed, we released another hotfix, version 1.02 today. You can find the link. I think the bot just sent the new hotfix 1.02 right now in Twitch chat. But I am streaming on multiple platforms right now, so if you're watching anywhere else, there you go. Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube. So that's cool. And yeah, so Unizan, I love the game, but the bugs makes it so frustrating. We hear you, Unizan. We hear you. I know that there's been a lot of frustration, you know, since the launch of Train Life, and I just want to let you guys know that we're working on it. We're working on it hard, and we're gonna try to bring things to fruition. Okay. How to make the game more difficult? Are the right slider make it hard, or the left sliders make it harder? You know, if you slide it to the right, I think it depends on the setting that you're trying to adjust, right? So if you're in sandbox mode and you're adjusting all the sliders to your, you know, heart's content, however you want to play, right? Because that's what it's all about. Then generally the rule is that if the more to the right, the more of whatever that thing is you will get, whether it's more difficulty, more money, and so on, right? So, but if that's something that sort of needs more clarification from our side on regarding which slider, you know, does what, right? So that's something that we could definitely work on, and we would really appreciate you know, the continued feedback on the forums, on the Discord, on the social medias, with your guys' support. So definitely keep that feedback coming. But here, no bug except unclear instructions about GPS at station. Can you be a little bit more specific on what you mean? I will mention one thing that is in the patch notes, but I would like to say it on stream as well, about like a little developer note, that if you guys are having trouble, I think it has something to do with your question, Ross Kid. It might actually fix that. So Brookie613, first time using this app, nice, but I'm not able to hear it all, so I'm not able to take advantage of using the sounds in visual clues. Brookie, are you talking about Train Life, the game itself? Would you be referring to like some accessibility things that you might be having trouble with, please let me know. FYI, I buy the game since early access. So you've been with us from the very beginning, Unizon. Awesome. Yeah, all players that have played during the early access of the game, will get the Orient Express for free added into their game. Hello, Trains Man. Eating my dinner on Wi-Fi. I don't know how you do that, but okay. We'll just go with it. We'll just go with the flow. Yes. If there are making sounds, I wouldn't know. I'm not sure I completely understand, Brookie 613, what you're trying to convey here. If you would like, maybe if it'll be easier for you, feel free to send me a direct message on Discord, or you can even send it to me here on Twitch, and maybe describe the issue a little bit more. And then I would be happy to help you. I mean, at the second run, you can't build GPS on map, so you need to press several times. I see. Okay. Yeah, so I think this might be a good segue to talk about some of the patch notes. And I wanted to mention this developer note right here. So you guys will see in a second. Boom, there we are. Okay, so yeah, these are the patch notes. I'll send the link again. So here's a link to the patch notes, so maybe you guys can follow along. By the way, Joey is sick, so let's all wish Joey a get well soon. Get well soon, Joey. You know, the weather's changing, summer's over, so things like that happen. So I wanted to skip a little bit down here to this developer note. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I'll make it bigger for you. Okay, yeah, so this part, this might help you out, Rust Kid. So if you guys are encountering not working navigation mode buttons when you're at the station, like pressing comma and period, you should remove this file, input.ini. Can you read for us? I will read for you. Uni, I will read you a bedtime story if you want. That's fine with me. Yeah, so if you're having problems with the navigation mode buttons, with like the comma or the period here, then you should remove this input.ini file from this file path, right? Make sure to enter, for those of you that may not be as tech savvy or anything like that, instead of username, actually put the name that you're logged in on your computer, right? So don't leave it as username because it's not going to work, right? So like my username would be like Mike, and then my last name, and then the rest of that, and then once you remove that, it should fix it. So so Rust Kid, try that out and let me know if it works, okay? Hello, Tintin57. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing all right. Okay. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, we could sort of go one by one here through these patch notes. Don't forget to restart game. Yeah. Restart your game after that as well. It's not, it needs to reset, so. Okay, so, we added a sound alarm for an occupied track, which should further help people, help the players, you guys. Or I think this is more of like, I think this would be more helpful because obviously veterans of the game, right? The people that have been playing since the beginning of early access, you know, have it locked down, right? But more geared towards new people, we added a sound alarm for an occupied track. That's pretty cool. So you'll be noted. So there's another layer of quality of life stuff that we've added to the game to make it a little bit more easier to detect when there's an occupied track, when there's a broken down train, and so on. Actually, it is past my sleep time, 1:30 a.m. in Malaysia. Unizon, I will read you a bedtime story if it's past your sleep time, a Malaysian one. That's what I'll do. Added an option to disable force feedback vibrations and control settings. Like, I don't know what you guys think about force feedback, but I think the force feedback is actually pretty freaking sick right now. And But you know, if it's too much for some people, sometimes force feedback, you know, it's a little too much. I don't know if I've ever I don't know if I ever encountered like a force feedback slider. I'm not sure. But yeah, we added the option to disable that if you were to choose so. The Frami, a community manager at its finest. Nice. I try my best, man. I try my best. Yeah, and I appreciate it. So, Tracks and Railways, fix some problems with broken traffic lights, tweak some issues with the placement of an electric pole, just standard stuff. Some problems with the HUD, remove the blocking signal notification from notification panel. Some changes to the tablet, locomotives, and service center are now sorted by unblocked levels. Updated the company logos, had added the bigger resolutions, added more sound effects for the UI elements, so it's not always like quiet whenever you like, you know, mouse over something, right? So more sound effects, fixed tracked interaction controls for prompt and inputs, removed non-existent cities from starter cities list. And this gameplay one is a pretty long one. It's a pretty long one, so fixed a bunch of problems, some rare crashes. This is one thing I would like to focus on here, is this one. So fix the bug in the early bird achievement. So if you guys have already done if you guys have already done a scenario where you didn't get this early bird achievement, then you probably have to just complete it again, and then you'll get it, right? And then you'll get the achievement. So yeah, try that out. Let me know how it was. Camera zooms were not being properly saved. A rare bug with ghost contracts. That's a pretty interesting one. And then some scenarios, as well as updated translations, and we updated the game version number to 1.02. So if you want, you can read the full patch notes with the link that I sent earlier, like a minute ago or a minute or two ago. So yeah, feel free to check that out. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of the patch notes. And moving forward, like I said, we're going to be updating the community on a weekly basis, at least a minimum once a week, leading up to the next content update, which is going to be with the Orient Express. I saw a comment on YouTube earlier. Let me scroll up here. Something about, oh yeah, from Shorny. So when can we expect the Orient Express? It was supposed to be in the final update, and now we don't hear anything about it. So we mentioned earlier, before the full release of the game in one of our developer blogs, that we're going to move the release of the Orient Express, as well as the new HUD, in the next patch update, which should be in about, I don't want to give any exact dates, obviously. I'm going to say maybe about between a month or two, right? Something like that. We'll definitely keep you guys updated on that, right? Still think that Codex should be big as in EA, the production tree. You think that it should be big? What is it, too small or something? Here we'll check it out in a second. So yeah, that's that for that section of the stream. And I'm gonna play the game a little bit. I'll probably do a scenario, see if I can get an achievement, and we'll call it a day. And also, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback, or further feedback to give, please let me know about it. I have my handy dandy notepad here, and what I usually do, because I do see that we have some newcomers in the stream, so what I usually do is I use my handy dandy notepad, and then I take the feedback that you guys give me during the stream, whether it's like bug reports or like some crazy things are happening, and then tomorrow I have a meeting with our designers, and then I let them know, like, the community is talking about this and this and that, and this is happening and that's happening. What can we do about it, right? So feel free to just slam me with your criticism. Trust me, I can take it. And yeah. Agree on that comment. It looks like a screen grab and paste it in. There are also information on a new production tree. Missing one is what? Okay, well we'll just start off our list with that, right? So production tree quality looks like an image. We're gonna check it out right now. Like names missing. Okay, so names missing. All right. I'm sure. I think yeah, 1.02. Okay, yeah. So we could well, I'm gonna maybe start a new game. Let me see. Mikey Shines. I'm gonna go. Mikey Shines Express. That's gonna be my name. We're gonna go with the gray green. We're gonna have some matching colors, sort of. Yeah, we'll maybe go with this one. And we'll start in Poland, because that's where I am right now. Not exactly in any of these cities, but yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we're gonna turn off the tutorial. We don't need it. I have 40 hours in this game. It's all right. I already know the basics. However, what do you guys think of the new tutorial? We have a new voice actor. Unfortunately, Joy was not able to to voice act the final version of the tutorial, but you know, he did. It was good while it lasted, but the new voice actor is really good. So, all right, so let's take a look at the codex. Yeah, that's the codex. Okay. First, try to find it. Agree on the comment. It looks like a screen grab and paste it in. So we're talking about the codex right now, right? What looks the tutorial since, and I think I recognize the new VA. Oh, really? Nice. Oh, you guys mentioned something about some images being pasted in, right? Maybe this image is not. Is it supposed to change or something below somewhere? Ah, this. Okay, the production. Okay. Yeah, I do see that we have to the production tree within the codex. Okay, yeah, this right here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is something. It should be at the first line of my understanding. Yeah, that's some good feedback. That's some good feedback here. Let me write it down. I'm gonna see if I can get some answers for you guys. Okay. So production tree should be on top, right? Well as labels or interactive. Will it be interactive? When? Missing descriptions and meaning of the symbols. Yeah, so the production tree in the codex is something that we're still going to update. Don't worry, it's not a lost cause. It's not a lost cause, guys. I hear you. Like I said, I hear you. I see you guys. And it's gonna be updated. Okay, so oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a stretchy boy right there. That is indeed a stretchy image. Okay, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Like going back, right? Like the production tree and the codex is definitely going to be an important part of the game. Is definitely going to be like, you know, for newcomers, obviously, right? And just for general knowledge stuff. However, unfortunately, you know, let me just see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we were, you know, we had other priorities, right? Like we did the production tree, but then the full game came out, and then like more bugs came in, so we had to like fix those bugs, and it's sort of like an endless cycle, right? Like if you ever worked in the game development, then you know how it is. But if you haven't, if you haven't, like I can sort of understand like why you guys are frustrated. Not sort of, I can understand why you guys are frustrated. Like I said, I'm a gamer myself, right? So you know, like this is the full game, and it should be up to your standards, right? And like I said, we're not dropping the game, we're not doing anything, we're updating it, we are optimizing it, and that's our priority right now. So Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of a scenario. Okay, I see that the scenarios are locked. That's good. Let's see if we can get our achievement. Let's do Amsterdam Cologne. Let's do Amsterdam Cologne. Yeah, so I have a question for you guys. Like, I have a question for the people that have been playing Train Life since early access, since the launch of early access. How hard? Here, let me see. Let me just focus. Let me just focus for a little bit, okay? Request Amsterdam main. Requesting the access. All right. Perform passenger boarding at Amsterdam main. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So, a question for you guys, right? For you guys that have been playing the game since early access. How hard was it to start a new game? Because I know that you know, we have people in this community that have, like, I don't know, 400 hours. I know there's one guy that has like 800 hours. Oh, there's the force feedback on the controller. You know what? I'm actually going to turn that off because I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard. So controller. I'm missing it. That's fine. We'll just play. We'll just play the game. I mean, I tend to delete my saves anyway, so it wasn't really hard for me. Oh, okay. How many hours did you put into the early access? Oh man. I'm gonna actually, you know what? This is one way to disable force feedback. Just unplug the controller if you're playing on a mouse and keyboard, man. Let's go. Still using this, I tend to delete my saves as it was really hard for me. Still using the same game since day one, but I have others for testing. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright. We are sliding in, folks. I have really bad luck with scenarios recently, dude. And we're gonna stop. Train station looks nice though. Looks nice and full. When I bought the game, it was October. Well, let me just do this really quick. All right. Closing the doors. Let's go. All right, we should take this. Drive towards Cologne, Maine. All right, so when I bought the game, it was October, yet I actually started playing a few days, about a week before full release. Therefore, I only had like 24 hours. Oh, okay. So that's actually an interesting type of behavior. So like, you bought the game in October, like 2 months after early access, right? But you didn't play until almost a year after. Why'd you do that? I did see a comment from YouTube earlier. See if I can find it. It was about the Orient Express. Let me see if I can answer that for you. Will the consoles get the content sooner? You know what? I would hate to misinform you guys in any way whatsoever, right? So I will double check on that. I will double check on when the Orient Express will be added for consoles. Yeah, because there's like because you know, obviously some changes have been made with like our entire strategy and like the way we're gonna be communicating to the community about the game and the patches and stuff like that. So it's a good question. Thank you for asking it, and I will find out. I will definitely find out. Okay. All right. Are we good? We're good. Not dying yet. I haven't. I still play my old save, but it works fine. Might create a new profile just for achievements, I guess. It's sort of hard to let go, isn't it, Meek? Meek, don't you have like hundreds of hours in early access? Like, it was you and someone else. I don't know. I know it was you and someone else that had a lot of hours in the game. The reason why it took me so long to play the game is because I was on a different device when I bought the game while my usual device. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just put on. I'm just gonna slam it. Slam the computer. Oh, everything was already on Epic, so it's better. No, not me. Probably 70 hours or so. Oh, okay. So then, yeah, never mind. It was someone else. You guys remember Killer from the community? I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in Discord or anything. But I know he had like 800 hours, dude. I was like, what? That's insane. The game got a lot more enjoyable after 1.0 version, though. Yeah, and that's the goal, right? That's the goal. Like, you know, we're trying, like I said, we're trying to find the happy medium here, you know, and that's easier said than done, right? Like, you know, the hardcore sim fans are, you know, if there's hardcore sim fans that are looking for a hardcore simulation, hyper realistic train simulation game, then, you know, Train Life might not be for them, right? And that's totally fine, right? But that sort of is like a niche sort of like demographic, right? Like hardcore simulation fans, you know, they have entire rigs and, you know, it's not like a popular, you know, thing, right? Which, you know, a hardcore simulation fan could find a challenge in Train Life. I mean, some of the extreme cargo scenarios and just the extreme level of gameplay, you know, it's not for everyone, right? Like, it is extreme. You know, it's definitely not for new players, but like, I think once you get the hang of it, you could definitely play on the extreme difficulty and then find the challenge that you're looking for, right? Sometimes hardcore gamers need relaxed gameplay. You know what? I've been playing video games for like the last 20 years, and I was a hardcore gamer, and I was a casual gamer, and I was everything in between, right? But once you're in that hardcore gamer state, it's like you constantly need that, like, challenge, or else you're not enjoying yourself, right? So, yeah. AKA masochists. People that play Dark Souls, for example. Yeah. Let me see here. So play without the HUD. There you go. Boom. No more HUD. Take all the screenshots you want, guys. You could, yeah. That is like another layer of challenges that I think people would like to do. Just play with no HUD and no notifications. Just all you have is game knowledge. That's one way to play the game. I don't know if I'd be able to play the game like that, but I think it's easier to do it in a scenario to play without the HUD than the actual like free roam. Let's see. We did have some more comments here. I really like the chill music that you added. Yeah. The sound design and the music is it really all plays well together. I just had 47, still going strong to bump those numbers up, trying to get some friends to get this game. Yeah, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog even, tell your cat, maybe your hamster. Hamsters can play video games, it's fine. Yeah, so yeah, like so just like going back to the topic and like regarding the sort of I don't know, I wouldn't call it an outcry, but the community concern about the game not being a hardcore simulation game, like, you know, it's definitely not what we're aiming to do. We're not aiming to create a hardcore train simulation game, but more on the casual side. And like I said, if this was something that, you know, was not communicated by us earlier in the early access, then that's simply our fault, and we'll do better. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, I've seen the metamorphosis of this game since, well, you know, I joined Simtrack like a year ago, a little over a year ago now. I joined Simtrack like 2 weeks before the release of early access, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, it was hectic, but it was and it was very challenging. But I'm glad we got through it. But it's awesome to see, like, you know, the game obviously has been in production for longer than a year, right? A year was just the early access, like how, you know, how long it lasted. But the overall production obviously lasted for more than a year, and just like this little fragment, like our team, like our production team at Simtrack, they're absolute rock stars, right? They're absolute rock stars, and they do a really good job in hitting milestones and fixing stuff. So I have my dead man's button. There it is. We're just cruising along, man. Go. I know that there was some concerns also from the community regarding the horn, regarding the horn in for the trains, for the locomotives, and I talked to our sound designer, and it's something that we're also going to make better. And like I said, if you guys have any like concerns about the game, feel free to let me know. I already have 3 things written down, so I'm gonna touch on the topic of the production tree quality, maybe the positioning of the production tree in the codex. I mean, obviously the codex, you know, still needs a little bit more work, obviously, but this is probably something that we'll address in the next hotfix, which will probably be around next week or so. So okay. A friend of mine said that if the speedometer tells me I can go 180 kilometers an hour, I will do it no matter of speed limits. And I tried to explain to him the game engine does not let you. Yeah, you can clip this and ship it to him. The game won't let you go faster than I think 130, 135. I think is the max speed limit. And that's simply because we're not able to load in the assets fast enough, right? And you also have to take into consideration that this is an open world train simulation game, okay? It's the first of its kind, as far as I know. So, you know, you're trying to generate assets as the player is driving through a space that's technically you can do that you can do whatever you want. Like this is not a linear game, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, obviously things could get improved on, like assets loading in. I know that there was problems when the game launched, for example, with like autosaves lagging the game and stuff like that. So, but it's all fixable. It's all fixable. Hi, is there AI traffic? There should be, yes. Were you not able to encounter any AI traffic, Kim Jong Jae? Obviously, the AI traffic is not something. I mean, it's in the game. It's not something how it was, like, because like we're gonna go back in time here. I mean, when the game launched in early access, I mean, AI was all over the place. Like it was causing more problems than it was actually fixing. It wasn't really causing players a challenge either. It was just being annoying. You know, AI trains running into the players. You know, not moving from their position, for example, and just overall the AI was being buttholes, right? So what we did is we basically just Oh, we're going fast. We're going fast. Hopefully we don't. I don't think we'll derail though. You guys think we'll derail? Maybe. Holy crap! I am so lucky. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, AI trains. So we dialed it back, right? So at the beginning of early access, they're really annoying. So we just dialed them down back. I know there's people from the community complaining about like there's not enough of them, and it sort of takes away from the immersion of the game. You know, which in the end, this is a simulation game, so we want to have some level of immersion. But yeah, I mean, I think AI right now, you know, obviously things could always get better with no matter what you do, right? But I think with the way AI is right now, it's good. It should be fine. What about you guys? What do you guys think about the AI? Should there be more AI? Should there be less? Even less? Should there be even more? Do you guys have any suggestions regarding about what we should do with the AI trains moving forward? Do we leave them as they are? What do you guys think? I'd be curious to see what you guys have to say. In other news, a lot of things have happened. Queen Elizabeth has died. I think she was 94 years old. And you know, it's the end of an era, right? She's been on the throne for 70 years, which, yeah, you know, we should all be happy that she lived a good life, a long life, right? Adding stationary AI trains in the stations could be something which could, let's see. Adding stationary AI trains in the stations could be something which could help with immersion. I would like to see AI hang more than just start a train. Yeah, so having, I actually talked with our art director about having random AI trains in certain parts of the tracks at stations. As well as, like, for example, I don't know, making the stations seem a little bit more, I don't know, like lived in, right? Or like a dirtier, I guess you could say, how it would be in real life. Like, I don't know, like maybe random things of garbage, suitcases, luggage, you know, AI trains standing on tracks that you're not using, for example. And, you know, we thought it was a good, like, we still think it's a good idea to do that, right? But like I said, we sort of have our priorities in a different course of like in a different position right now. Like, we just sort of want to optimize and make the game as playable as possible, right? It's very random. Sometimes you think this train and then bam, yeah. AI soccer players on the soccer fields, automobiles that actually cross the tracks. AI soccer players on the soccer fields, automobiles that actually cross the tracks. Okay, that's a good suggestion. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we're ever going to add AI soccer players on the soccer fields. It's cool. It's a cool suggestion, and like I said, that's just another layer of immersion. But no, that's definitely not. I don't. That's never gonna happen. I'm telling you that right now. It's never gonna happen. So yeah. However, automobiles that actually cross the tracks, I think that's something that might be connected with the random events that are for the game right now. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really seen much about the random events in our documentation so far. Right now, we only have the deer and the snow piles, as well as the random the other trains on the tracks, right? But yeah, maybe adding cars that actually cross the train tracks, that'd be pretty cool, for sure. Come on, Bambi. What else can we expect for the future? Only bug fixes or also new sceneries, locomotives, map expansion? You know, right now it's sort of too early to tell because we just got out of early access. We released the full game. We have the Orient Express coming. We have a new HUD coming. The Orient Express is going to bring a whole new level of gameplay. I mean, we're talking about a steam locomotive here, right? So I'll just leave you with that idea, and when you guys see it, you will be impressed for sure. As for the future, as for the far future, I probably could expect some DLCs, some cosmetic items, and you know, for now, we're gonna leave it at that. And if anything comes up, you know, throughout our production pipeline, then we will definitely let you guys know. So you can definitely make sure of that. If you haven't already, oh, I don't want to derail. I don't want. Oh no! Continue. I can continue? Hell yeah. That's cool. Yeah, we did. That's good though. I don't have to restart the scenario. Hey, they made this update for me. I think this was added in the first patch, in the first hotfix, in the first post-launch hotfix, where you don't have to end the scenario after derailing. And when they made that change, they were just like, you know what, Mike is gonna need this on stream because he doesn't know how to drive a train. So, and you know what? I'm not gonna say that's not true. So. But it did take a nice chunk out of our money, so. I noticed that the navigation has a weird tendency to pick left tracks on turns. That's an interesting observation. I haven't noticed that, for example. I haven't noticed that. Maybe other people have? Did you just notice that like after the launch of the game, or just randomly playing? What about workshops? Adding custom company logos, train liveries, that could help involve the community. Yes, I mean, trust me, I'm a community manager. I'm all for adding things that will help the community grow, that will help the community, you know, make the game their own and so on, right? But right now, there's no talk or plans about workshops adding, you know, for players to add custom company logos, train liveries, and so on. The only bit of customization that we have in the game right now is obviously the train colors that you could pick at the beginning when you're starting a new career. And you can obviously change the train colors in the service station, I think. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. And then the dashboard items. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. You can change them at any point. Yeah, that's what I thought. Need the color combo of orange and black. That always works. I mean, it is Halloween's coming up. It's September. October is next month. Month and a half, maybe. Something like that. And I'm just getting fined. I'm like a train bandit. I'm just getting fined and crashing and derailing. Oh boy. In the Discord, I already suggested more color combinations for train customization, maybe even the ability for more presets, as well as create your own presets. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how hard it would be to like just add like a colored palette and just for the players to pick their own color. Obviously, I'm not a programmer or designer or anything, but from like just a normal like customization, personalization standpoint, that would make sense. It would add even more, you know, customization for the player's train, and it might be even be a simple addition, but Can't make any promises right now. Can't make any promise. Oh, okay. Can't make any promises right now regarding color customization. Right now, what is in the game is going to be in the game for a while. When it comes to like train colors and so on. So a little extension from my previous suggestion. Maybe an option that the player can preset. Oh, my dead man. Maybe an option that the player can preset the color of different trains without having to change it in the options all the time. An example. When buying a new train, it will have the default color you choose at the beginning of the game, yet after obtaining the train, the game asks you if you want to change the colors, and you can change them every often, I think, of them every train individually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, all those sounds, you know, all those suggestions sound cool, but like I said, as far as I know, right now we're simply focused on polishing the game, making the gameplay loop more optimized. I have to request action.
Hello, you're cleared to arrive. We'll mark.
And then we'll think about maybe further additions, customization options, and so on. Speaking of Cologne, I was just here. Oh, that's funny. I was just in this, yeah, for Gamescom. Did I do it in time? I did it in time. Oh my god. I'm so proud of myself, guys. Oh, that's the rear view camera. Yay, we did it! I did it in time. I am so proud of myself. Look at that. Alright. We got a new locomotive. We got 50k, 2k experience, and a first time multiplier. Nice. Can you change the engineer that is me to a different character? I believe you could do that when... Oh, look at that level up screen though. It looks very nice. New dashboard accessories, new parts, new locomotive types. That's cool. That's very good. Okay. Can you change your engineer to a different character? I'm pretty sure you can change your avatar when you're starting a new game, but after you started a new game, you can't change it. Yeah, so you only get one chance as far as I know. Okay guys, so that'll be about it for me from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. I really appreciate the questions, the comments, you know, the feedback that you guys have been giving us, given me throughout the stream, and on behalf of Simtract and Nacon as well. Keep the feedback coming. Thank you guys for helping us and making a game that you guys will play for years to come. And we hope we could reach that goal together. And once again, thank you. Have a fantastic Monday. We'll keep you guys in a loop. Follow us on social media. Join the official Discord channel if you haven't already. And until next time, Mikey Shines signing out. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.